morning, dear hearts. It's pop-in time for a giant stride. And please subscribe. And yes, we have several giant stride lessons in this particular section of the workbook. So we have one more to go. We'll see if I come back for that one. And as I've said, this section has big lessons, big idea lessons, and the next giant stride is one of them. Anyway, please subscribe because we're losing subscribers. So please subscribe or resubscribe or get other people to subscribe. Please. Anyway, this lesson obviously has to follow the two previous ones. That the world I see holds nothing that I want, and beyond this world, there is a world I want. And now, very logically, it is impossible to see two worlds. So we have to choose. We have to choose. Choosing is a part of this course. We're always given this or that. Holy mind, ego mind. Which do you want? You want a miracle, you want a grievance. Which do you want? Because we cannot have both. The lesson begins that perception is consistent, and what you see reflects your thinking, and your thinking but reflects your choice of what you want to see. Yes, it's an inside job. It starts in here, and what I want to see within is what I will see without. Your values are determiners of this. For what you value, you must want to see, believing what you see is really there. No one can see a world his mind has not accorded value. If we haven't given it any value, when we give it value, we're giving it a meaning, we're giving it a purpose, and then that's why we want to see it. No one can fail to look upon what he believes he wants. What do I believe I want? This is something that is a question that we have to ask ourselves and we have to answer. What do I really, really want? Do I want a world of illusions, or do I want and falsehoods, or do I want to see the truth? Do I want the real world, the world beyond the one that I am experiencing? Yet who can really hate and love at once? Again, impossible to do those two things at the same time. Who can desire what he does not want to have reality? And who can choose to see a world of which he is afraid? Fear must make blind. For this its weapon is. That's what fear does. It gives us the inability to truly see what is there because we are so bogged down in our fear thoughts. That which you fear to see, you cannot see. In lesson 121, forgiveness is the key to happiness. We had this wonderful paragraph about the unforgiving mind that is torn with doubt, confused about itself and all it sees, afraid and angry, weak and blustering, afraid to go ahead, afraid to stay, afraid to waken or to go to sleep, afraid of every sound, yet more afraid of stillness. Terrified of darkness, yet more terrified at the approach of light. If I'm afraid to see the light, to experience the light, then I will do everything in my power to block it out. Rather than removing the blocks to love's awareness, I will build more blocks to block out love's awareness. Love and perception thus go hand in hand, but fear obscures in darkness what is there. What then can fear project upon the world? What can be seen in darkness that is real? Nothing. Truth is eclipsed by fear, and what remains is but imagined. Yet what can be real in blind imaginings of panic born? What would you want that this is shown to you? What would you wish to keep in such a dream? The world I see holds nothing that I want. The world I see is filled with fear. It's filled with angst. It's filled with dread. Why do I want to hold on to that? Fear has made everything you think you see, and all separation, all distinctions. But remember, in God's love, there are no distinctions. And the multitude of differences you believe make up the world of make-believe. We have made it, and now we believe it. They are not there. All of these things that we think we see, they're not there. Love's enemy, fear is love's enemy, has made them up. Yet love can have no enemy because it is all-encompassing. And so they have no cause, no being, and no consequence. They're not really there. It's impossible because they're illusory, they're imaginary. And yet we have taken on these fear thoughts from the ego and said, oh, that's real. And we place our trust in what is not there, what is very, very fallible. Love's enemy has made them, yet love has no enemy and no cause, no consequence. They can be valued but remain unreal. They can be sought, but they cannot be found, because the ego says, seek and do not find. Today we will not seek for them, nor waste this day in seeking what cannot be found. We're going to let go of that ego today. We're not going to pay any attention to it, because it is going to send us on a wild goose chase. Look for it here, look for it there. We will never find that. It's impossible to see two worlds. Let us let go of the ego world that will not produce anything that we want, and instead seek for what is real and true. It's impossible to see two worlds which have no overlap of any kind. Seek for one, the other disappears, but one remains. They are the range of choice beyond which your decision cannot go. The real and the unreal are all there are to choose between, and nothing more than that. Just between the real and the unreal. Today we attempt no compromise where none is possible. The world you see is proof you have already made a choice as all embracing as its opposite. What we would learn today is more than just the lesson that we cannot see two worlds. It is also teaches us the one you see is quite consistent from the point of view from which you see it. That the perception is consistent, and my perception and what I see is consistent. It's all a piece because it stems from, it is all a piece because it stems from one emotion and reflects its source in everything you see. It's coming from one emotion. There are only two, love or fear. Practicing 6 times a day, 5 minutes each time. Of course, hourly as well. And we gladly give 5 minutes to the thought that ends all compromise and doubt and go beyond them all as one. We will not make 1,000 meaningless distinctions, nor attempt to bring with us a little part of unreality as we devote our minds to finding only what is real. Begin your searching for the other world, the world we want to see, the real one, by asking for the strength beyond your own. Lesson 47, God is the strength in which I trust. And recognizing what it is you seek. You do not want illusions. That's declarative. I do not want illusions. I want what is real. This course is always about what is real and what is true and what is false. I want what is true. I want what is real. The real, the unreal, the true, the false. I want what is real. And you come to these 5 minutes emptying your hands of all petty treasures of this world. You wait for God to help. As you say, it's impossible to see two worlds. Let me accept the strength God offers me and see no value in this world. I will not value what is valueless. This is a meaningless world that I am looking at, that I may find my freedom and deliverance. I want to be free. I want to be free of this world. And as we go into that space, God will be there, for you have called upon the great unfailing power which will take this, drumroll, giant step with you in gratitude, nor will you fail to see his thanks expressed in tangible perception and in truth. You will not doubt what you will look upon, for though it is perception, now we're dealing with true perception, it is the kind of seeing that your eyes alone it is the kind of seeing that your eyes alone have ever seen before. It's not the kind. I'm sorry, I skipped that word. And I went back and I skipped it again. And you will know God's strength upheld you as you made this choice. Dismiss temptation easily today. The unreal or the real, the false or the true, is what you see and only what you see. Perception is consistent. As the lesson began, perception is consistent with your choice, and hell or heaven comes to you as one. Accept a little part of hell as real, and you have damned your eyes and cursed your sight. And what you will behold is hell indeed. Yet the release of heaven still remains within your range of choice. To take the place of everything, heaven can take the place of everything that hell would show to you. All you need to say to any part of hell, whatever form it takes, is simply this. And hell and fear are synonymous here. It is impossible to see two worlds. If I seek my freedom and deliverance, and this is not a part of what I want. This is not a part of what I want. We're saying, no, I don't need this. Go away. In lesson 85, which was a review lesson, and it was a review lesson of my grievances hide the light of the world in me. And the last line that we were given for our practicing was, I have no need of this. I want to see. I want to see. I have no need of this. We can use that phrase whenever these temptations come up. You can say, it's impossible to see two worlds. This is not a part of what I want. I have no need of this. I have no need of this. I have something more valuable than any of this that I'm looking at. I have connection with my Father. I have heaven waiting for me. That is the world I choose to go to. I choose that. And this is not a part of what I want, and I have no need of it. That's it for today. I hope it helped. Please like, please share, please subscribe, please comment, please smile, certainly with the subscribing part. Send this to others to subscribe. And please smile and pray, take in a deep breath, release everything that is not a part of what we want, and tell yourself, it's impossible to see two worlds, but I choose the one that is real. Namaste.